As much as I appreciate your sense of style, this... Nah. Hold up. Hold everything. I need to warm up. Instantly tell. I thought I could get away without it. Can instantly tell I've not quite warmed up. So we're going to go through the whole Lucien.exe has crashed routine. Are you ready? Marvellous, splendid, I say, fabulous, wonderful, I say, goodness me, splendid, marvellous, welcome, hello there. My name is Lucien Flavius. Lucien. Yes, that's me. Wonderful, splendid, tremendous. There we go. All up here. All up in the upper register towards the front of my mouth. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to do the recording. Very good. As much as I appreciate your sense of style, this simply won't do. One of us is going to have to change right now. Now, I'm going to play this back, and unfortunately you won't be able to hear this because of the way the sound card works, in that the Cubase takes full control over it. But, oh, hang on, I've got my headphones caught up in my chair. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. Do. Da. Right. There we go. I'm happy with that, so I'm going to export that line of dialogue. Va-da-vum, vum, vum, va-da-va-dum. Do. So we're going to call this Lucien 1.6.0. This is the 29th of the 10th, so I'll just call it 29. Ah, no, I won't. I'll call it Oct 29-1. Because if you don't use an entirely different naming convention every stream, then you're not entering into the spirit of it. Righto, so a needle pulling thread, far a note to follow, so tea, a drink with jam and bread. That'll bring us back to do-o-o-o. Right, there we go. And we're going to generate the lip for that. Job done. And that's that line. Done. Next one. I thoroughly recommend Ori. She's absolutely not that kind of mod, no. Ori is a wonderful mod. And it was a privilege getting to record the dialogue that Lucien has with her. I wrote it in collaboration with Warabiki, the mod author, and then we recorded it. We wrote it with a sort of back and forth writing style kind of thing, and it was really good fun. Right, let's record some more. This armor isn't... Ooh, clicked my thumb there. Ah, looks like some kind of interference being picked up. What's going on there? Where's that hum? Can you guys hear humming? It's very, very quiet. You can hear a hum. Okay, that's no good. No, it's much more likely that it's one of these not quite plugged in properly. Go, just make sure all that's nicely earthed. Lovely. Let's try it again. Splendid. This armor is in spectacular condition. The Dwemer really built things to last. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Yeah, happy with that. That sounds fine, and I'm not picking up any humming anymore. So that's fine. Oops, wrong way around. There we go. Number 2. Right. Oh, many things in the chat. I'm not sure whether there will ever be lines for Lucien and Odyssey because of the way Odyssey is going down the route of conflicting directly with Beyond Skyrim Bruma. And we are doing Beyond Skyrim support. That's been planned for a very long time. So I am doing Legacy support, but we may run into trouble trying to do Odyssey in a way that works for both of them. Yes, Lucien has many patches available on his mod page, so do have a look for those. Yeah, lovely. Okay. There we go. Lum bum 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 bum. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. Do re mi mi so so re pa pa la ti ti. Would you have to do 2 different versions for the legacy lines because the SSE and Uldrum legacy differ in some regards? I'm hoping not. So I believe all I should have to do is do the SE version, then backport it, and then correct the few errors that will come up by probably just deleting those lines. I'm hoping it won't mean remaking the entire mod, because if that's the case, I just won't do the LE version. Because the audience on LE for Lucien is so much smaller than the SE audience. So if it meant remaking an entire patch from scratch, it just wouldn't be worth my time. Hey, Black Cat, welcome to the stream. Oh, right. I hate having these headphones on. I hate having any headphones on. I'm not a headphones person, but I have to have them on to listen back to the audio because it comes straight out the XLR thing. That armor is edgy. In more ways than one, actually. What, you don't have my eye out with those spikes? Given that Legacy isn't available for Xbox players, which is a portion of your audience, will the Legacy support be a separate patch so Xbox users aren't downloading a bunch of data they can't use? Yeah, so, I couldn't possibly do Legacy interactions as a patchless thing. Patchless interactions are limited really to being interactions between 2 follower mods and interactions with very specific locations. So I can tell generally, for instance, whether Lucien is in a modded overarching location. Like I can tell whether he's in Arthmore, one of Arthmore's custom villages. I can't tell where he is in the village. I can just tell he's in the village. So I'm really limited to detecting NPCs and doing that, and that's about as far as I can go patchlessly. So any kind of quest interactions or world space interactions, anything like that, all has to be done through a patch. So Legacy will be done through a patch. Hey, Morgan Knives. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the follow, Awatar Mora. Lovely. That'll do. Thanks for the follow, Shuckleberry. Surprised you weren't following me before, actually. I've definitely seen you around before, haven't I? Da 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 da. But yeah, never need to worry if you miss a stream because they're always available on VODs. Both here on Twitch, and then there's a VOD archive on YouTube. So these modding workshops tend to go on my main YouTube channel, but do check out the VOD YouTube channel, which is a new channel I've created, where all my gaming stream VODs, everything that's not specifically Lucien related, that's a stream VOD, goes on those on the VODing YouTube channel. So do sub to that if you're interested in catching up on that sort of thing, because that's a permanent archive in 1440p. You know, like full, twice the resolution that it's ever broadcast out here on Twitch. So yeah, do check that out if you want to catch up on other streams. Right, that line's done. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Check. Hope you feel better soon. Hey, Choco Gaming, welcome to the stream. Yes, you did tell me you'd be here. Hi, lovely to have you here. I think you're the first person to release a follower mod off the back of my tutorial series, so I was delighted to see you'd done that. So that's exactly what I wanted by doing the series, was to have people making more follower mods. The sheer research value contained within that armor is frankly ridiculous. My colleagues back in the Imperial City would kill for even a glimpse. Yeah, I'm happy with that take. We're doing quite well so far. Haven't run into any Dwemer ruins yet this time. Turns out Joseph Russell is a Lucien reference. I guess. I mean, I like to think I'm a whole independent person. Yeah. Do 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 da 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 da. So I've been running numbers and counting things up, and I believe Lucien version 1.6.0 has about 1,000 more lines than we had in 1.5.0. I never meant for it to have that much new dialogue, but it's just sort of ended up that way. A lot of it is new custom names and new lines for the existing custom names. And then the rest of it is really sort of generic idle dialogue to flesh out his world interactions a little bit more. But yeah, we were on 3,000 when 1.5.0 comes out, and I'd be very surprised if we haven't hit 4,000 by the time the new version's released. So that was quite exciting to see. Oh, that's nice of you to say, Ace. It was lovely chatting with you too. See you, Remus. Thanks for dropping by. Right. My word, this armor is heavy. I I don't know how anyone manages to move quickly in this stuff. Is custom names a Patreon thing? Yes, exactly. Because obviously, as I'm sure you're aware, if I started granting requests of every custom name that I was asked for, that would be literally all I ever do, and there would be no more Lucien development ever. It would just be names. So in order to be able to offer requests at all, I've limited it just as for Patreon supporters at the $10 tier or above as a special thank you for them, because it's either that or just no one gets names. And I thought it was fair if I'm going to give names to anyone, it would be as a special thank you for the people who are kind enough to be supporting me and letting me continue to do this. You know, take the time out of my other work to be able to do this sort of thing. So, I don't know, that felt fair to me. So that's the way I do it. So yeah, there is a link to my Patreon underneath this stream if you want to check that out, if that's something you're interested in. There's lots of other perks on there as well. All sorts of things. Early access, exclusive videos, signed books, one-to-one tuition if you want that at the $100 tier. Don't really expect anyone to, or many people to go for that. But I've got a couple of people having regular lessons at the moment. That's going really well, actually. Privileged to work with them both. Have I ever tried a VR headset? I've tried one, but I've never owned one. And I would love a VR headset. It's something I would love to invest in for the streams or something at some point in the future. They are quite expensive, though. And I've got to sort of prioritise a little bit. You know, sort out food and paying bills and all that sort of thing first. But it might be something to think about maybe in the new year. Because I would love to play Skyrim VR, and I'd love to try the Star Wars VR games. Because they look pretty awesome. Right, there we go. So now we can move on down to these. These are race-specific lines. So this one's for Dark Elves on Solstheim. A lot of the lines we've added in the version 1.6.0 update are very specific. So when I say I've added 1,000 more lines, you probably won't hear, you almost certainly won't hear anywhere near all 1,000 of them. You'll hear a selection of them specific kind of to your character and your particular situation. But the idea is that sort of by spreading it across all these different options, you should have a Lucien who's much more aware of what's going on. Oh, no, please don't get me wrong, Yami. I have money for food. I'm buying food. It's fine. I'm not starving or anything by any means. I will still, you know, I don't need donations for food. It's fine. It's lovely of you, those of you who want to donate, and I massively appreciate it, but please don't think I'm begging you to feed me, because it's really not that bad, I promise. Yes, exactly, Black Cat. More fun and repeat playthroughs is the idea, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I love having more food. Food is great. You must feel rather at home here, I expect. There we go, happy with that. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Export the line. Ooh, barbecue. Yes, please. Don't think we're going to be having any of those here anytime soon. Oh, thanks so much, Blackbird. Really appreciate the sub. You are very kind. Oh, I'm glad you think so, Shuckleberry. Tiny Lucien here is a creation of Shiva. a wonderful person in the Discord, and if you want him on your own PC, you can find a link to him in the Discord. You've got to search for it a bit. My plan is to make him available on the Nexus with the version 1.6.0 update. Oh, another sub! Gosh, thank you so much, Blackbird. You're so generous. But yeah, my plan is to put Tiny Lucien on the Nexus for when version 1.6.0 comes out, so that he's more easily accessible for you guys. But at the moment, if you want him now, you can get him in the Discord. Right. Oh, that's okay, Choco. You being here is wonderful enough. Having you guys in the audience really helps me out and supports me. And if you want to support me more, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel and watch some of those videos. I really appreciate that. There's loads of content there. Loads of Lucien Flavius-y goodness. Right. Candlelight now. Comment about Candlelight if you know it and are using it and he doesn't know it yet. Gosh, that Candlelight is awfully pretty. I'd love to learn it myself sometime. Yeah, that'll do. Are there any conditions for Lucien's quest? Yeah, so it's based on his approval of you. So you need to get his approval up to unlock his quest. So you can do that by training him, although similarly you don't unlock training until his approval goes up a bit as well. So you can get your approval up by asking him the questions about himself that you can ask him, and by taking him with you on quests that he can comment on. And you'll find a full list of those quests on my website. So that is the main quest, the Mages, the College of Winterhold, the Companions quest line, and a smattering of others. And of course all the modded quests that he comments on. Taking him with you on any of those should get him to the point where he's willing to start his quest. And then you've got to ask him, is there anywhere in particular he would like to see? And that will start it going. Gosh, another sub! Thank you so much, Blackbird! Yeah, the way of the voice is usually about if you just pick up Lucien and go and do the main quest straight away, you should unlock his quest between sort of Dragon Rising and the way of the voice. That's about the point where you'll usually hit the approval threshold to start the quest line. Now I'm confusing myself. Have I already exported this line? No, I haven't. There we go. There it is, yeah. Just gonna import that. Oh, they make my ears so hot. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm excited because tomorrow The Mandalorian Season 2 starts on Disney+. Exciting times. I'm hyped for it. Massive Star Wars fan. Give me all the Star Wars. See you, Hugstopia. Have a nice lunch / breakfast. Oh my goodness, you're on fire! Oh, wait, it's just your flame cloak. Never mind. I'll take that one more time. Oh my goodness, you're on fire! Oh, wait, it's just your flame cloak. Never mind. Oh, bit of a weird noise there. Try one more time. One more time. Oh my goodness, you're on no, no, no. Okay, come on, Joseph, you can do it. Oh my goodness, you're on fire! Oh, wait, it's just your flame coke. Flame coke? What's a flame coke? We'll get there in the end. Oh my goodness, you're on fire! Oh, wait, it's just your flame. Nah. How many times are we going to do this? Come on. You can do this, Joseph. You can do this. You're a self-proclaimed voice actor. You can say these words. They're only words. Who wrote this? Who writes this nonsense, honestly? Oh my goodness, you're on fire! Oh, wait, it's just your flame cloak. Never mind. Yes, happy with that. Happy with that take. We found the Dwemer ruins. Yeah, we found them. Hey, Choco, we actually already have sub badges of Lucien. If you look on other people who are subbed, if you look at their posts, you'll see they have a tiny little Lucien face next to all their names. Shiva made those already, but thank you for the offer. So you'll see that every time the sub badge upgrades, Lucien gets a different hat. Yeah, like a Natty there with the little cute Lucien head. And you'll notice if I type something, because I've technically been subbed for myself for 9 months because I get all the perks because it's my stream. So if I just type this, my Lucien has a sweet roll on his head. That's the 9-month sub badge and it's adorable and I love it. So you can all be very jealous of that. It's all Shiva's wonderful work. Yeah, you get the flower crown at 1 year. Which I'll be chuffed to bits if anyone ever reaches that level. Quite who's got a year of their time to watch me do this sort of nonsense on the internet. Well, obviously some of you, but... oh, it's baffling. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. A sweep is as lucky can be. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum bum. Oh, Noonie, you've got a 6-month sub going at the moment, have you? I don't think Twitch tells me that. But at the moment, you're on 8 months. Right now, it says you're an 8-month subscriber with the Jester hat. Okay, there we go. Rightio, random end uncheck. Job's a good one. Hey, Aged Pie. Oh, right, someone called you. Mads, why did you call Aged Pie? Your cloak's really rather buzzy. I don't suppose you'd mind dropping it while we talk. For the sake of my hair, if nothing else. Why did I just take my headphones off to listen to the audio? What kind of madman am I today? Absolute mad lad. Lovely stuff. Choco Gaming, my friend wants to know if you'll make Lucien marriageable because she wants to marry him. So once again, I draw your attention to my mug. What is official Lucien merchandise? I'm aware of this request that many people ask for. However, at the moment, my plans are for Lucien to be your friend, because that is the dialogue I've been writing. That's the story I've been telling, is a friendship story rather than a love story. The amount of lines that would have to be changed to make it still work if you were romancing him would be astronomical. It would be a lot of work. And I think a lot of you guys would rather I didn't just stop all development on the mod forever to write a love story that I don't really want to write. You know? So no, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid there are no plans to make him marriageable anytime soon. Or marryable, as I prefer to say, because marriageable doesn't feel like it makes grammatical sense. Oh, I would like to marriage Lucien. No. You would like to marry him. The merch link is underneath the stream, Aged Pie. You should find links to the merch stores right underneath. But I can drop you one in the chat if you like. To the Redbubble store. Or alternatively the Teespring store. There are 2 stores there. There's the Redbubble store. And there's also a Teespring store. And the prices are different on them because they have different manufacturing methods and different costs involved. But they also have different products available. So do take a look at both and see which one you fancy. If you fancy one, or either or neither. Lovely of you to be interested in the merch. There's the Teespring link. Thank you so much for the sub, Walking Existential Dread. You're very kind. Hugstopia has returned with eggs. Congratulations on your laying. I think we should have more chickens watching the stream. Right, okay. So all the artwork on the Lucien merch stores are fan art provided by lovely members of the community in the merch squad. So that's Doodlesaw and Nero Arts have been providing most of those. Some of them I've done myself. Just the text ones because I have no artistic ability. But I think it's nice that that we have that. And I love having the merch myself. This was a present from Nuna. Wonderful Nuna, one of our moderators. And I love it. And then this behind me, you can also find on the store. You probably can't see it very well from that angle, but it's a poster of Lucien and Doomsbuffar. That's also there. That was from Valk. And I love that as well. Oh my word, Yammy! Crikey O'Reilly! That is astronomically generous of you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Honestly, thank you. That's so wonderful of you. You are a lovely person, and just thank you so much. That makes such a difference to me. Like, that'll feed me for like the rest of the next month. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lucien, love to you. You are the MVP. Sorry, I go all British and awkward with things like that. I'm never really good at that sort of thing. I'm all flustered. We already exported this line. Thank you, Yami. I'll just keep repeating that. There was a shout out from Ninja Cheddar Biscuits that I missed there. Shout out from Ninja Cheddar Biscuits to Nuna for being the best in capital letters. I love your frost cloak. It's like your own personal snow cloud. So pretty. Lovely. Yeah, Yummy, it did. Hey, Watcher, welcome to the stream. Question from Shuckleberry. Oh, please, by all means, feel free to ask questions. That's what these modding workshops are all about. So feel free, yeah. So I can answer that. So what we've got there, down here, is we've got SSE Edit. We've got SSE Quick Clean. Quick Auto Clean. Then we've got TESV Edit. And we've got TESV Auto Clean. So, and I put them on either side of the creation kit in order to let me tell the difference between them. So I've got SE on the left and LE on the right. And I need both of those for the backporting process. Shout out to Ninja Cheddar Biscuits from Nuna, who's doing cool art. I mean, Ninja Cheddar Biscuits is doing cool art. So shout out from Nuna to Ninja Cheddar Biscuits, who's doing cool, in capital letters, art. What's the most annoying or boring part of modding? Ah, that's an interesting one. What's the most annoying or boring part of modding? Bug fixing is annoying, but it's not boring because it's quite a hard intellectual problem. It's annoying when they come up. Probably the most annoying / boring part of modding is dealing with the annoying comments. The comments that are either, you have to get some comments which are very negative, and that's a very annoying, boring part of modding, when people send me messages like, you should have made Lucien female, or I hate his voice is terrible, his voice is the worst, his voice makes my ears bleed, and all that sort of thing. That's annoying to deal with. And the people who post bug reports when it's something that Lucien could never do in a million years. You know, when they post a bug report like Lucien breaks, just because someone was saying it in the chat just now, Bien War Maidens, or Bajin, or however you pronounce that, like something completely unrelated that there's no way he could conflict with, but they're absolutely convinced that Lucien's the one who's breaking it, and it's down to me to try and fix it. And really what that means is for me to get them to stop pestering me, I have to help them with their own technical support on fixing Skyrim, which has nothing to do with me. Very much the onus of guilt / proof is on me as the mod author, rather than on them to prove that it's my mod causing the problem. That's annoying as well. But I mean, I don't say that to discourage you guys from reaching out to me, because if you have problems, I'm more than happy to help you with them. It's just, if you're going to post a bug report on the Lucien page, do make sure first that it is actually Lucien causing your problem. Do at least do some basic troubleshooting first, before you go running to a mod author to tell them their mod's breaking your game. But generally, I don't have to deal with much of that. I'm very lucky. We've got a lovely community here for Lucien. You know, I have the most wonderful experience working with all of you. And I know a lot of mod authors have to deal with an awful lot worse. Oh, there was a gling. What was the gling? Something went gling. Oh, Choco Gaming is hosting me. Thank you for hosting me, Choco Gaming. From what enemy Lucien will run away? He will not run away by default. The only time he will run away is if he's affected by a fear spell. So enemies which cast fear on him, which are very few and far between. If any. Only modded enemies really will try and do that, because vanilla enemies can't cast that spell. But that's the only situation Lucien will run away. And he does have dialogue for that. Yeah, that's the other thing, A Fistful of Sky. Sorry, I'm still behind on the chat. I'm catching up. But the other thing is, of course, when a mod's been out for 2 years, like Lucien has, if your game won't load with him installed, chances are that's your fault, not the mod's fault. You know, because if the mod just fundamentally broke your game, someone in 2 years would have reported that. You know? So that's another thing to just check with yourself first before you post a bug report to say some mod is fundamentally broken. Think, how long has it been out and how many people are using it? Could this be something on my end? Right. Yes, always check your load order. Did I already export this? No, I didn't. 10 export. Yeah, exactly, Shiva. That's very annoying. Exactly, Shuckleberry. The thing that people always try and do is they try and use the place at me console command to spawn in a Lucien because they think it's going to teleport Lucien to them, but what that does is it creates a new clone of Lucien because what they want is move to player, but they don't really know what they're doing, so they use place at me. And that invariably will break the mod because there can only be one Lucien. You can't have lots the second one of them, and if you do, the second one won't work. So that's something that people do from time to time. Right, now we've got a bunch of these different variables here, so I might try and do all of these in one go to save time, since it's all basically the same line. Different variables, variants of one line. So I'm just going to rattle through the list. We make quite the team, you know. 2 Imperials against the world. We make quite the team, you know. An Imperial chap and a marvellous cat against the world. We make quite the team, you know. A mighty orc and a handsome young Imperial against the world. We make quite the team, you know. A Breton and an Imperial against the world. We make quite the team, you know. A wood elf and an Imperial against the world. We make quite the team, you know. An Altmer and Imperial... Oh, messed that one up. We make quite the team, you know. An Altmer and an Imperial against the world. Not what Mother would have expected. We make quite the team, you know. An awesome Argonian and an incredible Imperial against the world. We make quite the team, you know. A heroic Redguard and their dashing young Imperial companion against the world. There we go. Yep, literally do say that to all the Dragonborns, Kelly. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Hey, Vickle, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, move to is the one you want to use, Morgan. Exactly. Move to will work, place at me will not work. Exactly right, Fistful of Sky. Yep, Lucien is available for Nintendo Switch. Modding the Nintendo Switch is a very difficult process that I don't really recommend because it's very tricky to do right without breaking everything. But if you do, Lucien, a very old version of Lucien is available on it. It was ported by a very helpful another member of the Nexus, so it is there. Hey, Words, welcome to the stream. Hope class went well. Watcher, get out of bed and go eat something. Oh, yeah, I did miss Dark Elf. No one pointed that one out before. Ah, and Shiva redeemed emote only chat for 5 minutes. So here you go. Show off all your best emotes, people. I want to see the best ones that you can do. Show me what you got. Shout out from Nuna to Nuna, who just did 700 days of Duolingo. That's so much Duolingo. 700 days. I bet you speak all the languages now. Every single one. A lovely number of Lucien emotes coming in here. I approve. Crowns from Roarkton Juin 12. Welcome, Roarkton Juin 12. Thank you for the crowns. Love the crowns. Doritos. Yes, please. Right, let's export some of these words, and then I'll get on to doing a Dark Elf one. This one I'm going to call Team Imperial, just so that I can tell the difference between them. It's a little bit funny, all this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I were a sculptor, but then again, no. Or a man who makes potions, thank you, Vickle, in a traveling show. No, it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Bum ba bum ba bum ba da 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 dum do. There you go, Wood Elf. Look at all these emotes. So many emotes. I love all your bees, Nuna. Oh, and the Lucien learning conjuration from Shiva. Love it. Oh, and general positive emotes about the song. Sorry, that one was just in my head, and I just thought I'd sing it because you guys can't stop me because you can't talk. Oh. Right. You got another 2 minutes of emote only chat. There you go. Team Altma. Is that a Lucien playing American football or rugby that Yami's got there? I love that one. And Novablade can't make up their mind. Nay yay, nay yay, nay yay, nay yay, nay yay. Nuna, oh no. Is stuff happening? Maybe I should turn off emote only chat if something gone wrong for you all. There you go, I'll turn it off. Is everything alright? The stream hasn't crashed or something, has it? You should be able to talk now. There we go. You're good. That's good. Sorry, I always panic when we've got emote only chat on and you guys start posting sort of less positive emotes. I always wonder whether that means that everything's died. Because that happened before when we were doing Marvel's Avengers. Argonian. Do I know Crocodile Rock? Sort of. Probably not well enough to sing the entire thing, but some of it. I love Elton John. I saw him live once. It was amazing. Hey, Tiny Lagorio. Welcome to the stream. Did I miss Nords? Okay, I need to do Nords as well. Sorry, there are so many races, it's hard to remember them all. Right, I've got to do Nords and Dark Elves then. No one told me last time when we were writing these. Shout out to Nuna from Ninja Cheddar Biscuits because Nuna's suffering drawing Narusa because she's just so pretty. Someone help before I start crying. Heck. Oh, thank you so much, Morgan Knives. That's very generous of you indeed. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thanks, Morgan. You guys are so generous. I'll tell you what, if nothing else, it really incentivizes me to keep doing these streams. And to keep working on Lucien. So thank you. I'll do my best to keep the content coming. Oh, well, that's not true, Yami. Not everyone loves me, but it's nice that you guys make me feel wanted. That's nice. Thank you, friends. Now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is now you're in the world. That's one I want to learn on my guitar. It's just quite tricky, the guitar part, turns out. But I would like to learn that so I can actually properly play that for you. I'd like to cover it on YouTube or something. Like, properly. Maybe get it on Spotify or something. I don't know. As if I don't have enough projects on the go already. But, you know, one day, it's an idle idea. I might get good enough to be able to do that. Shout out from Yami Millennium to Elton John, the fluffiest kitty, the floofiest kitty. Shout out from Yami Millennium to Bandit Puppy. Did something gling? Not sure whether I just heard something else or something doesn't. No, nothing glinged. Sometimes it doesn't show me all the glings on the stream manager. Bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba da ba ba da ba ya ba ba ba. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red. Oh, he came riding from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. Ooh, but then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie, and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so then came slashing and crushing of steel, as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more, when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. Dee 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 doo 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 doo. Yeah. Thank you, Vico! It is quite remarkable just how well the lyrics to that fit to that song. I just noticed it when I was singing it just now and I thought, yeah. It's exactly the same meter. The meter is identical. Thank you, A Fistful of Sky. Can you replace all the bards with me singing? I don't think you want them all replaced by me singing. Please someone make Joseph Bard follower mod. No dialogue lines, just singing. I mean, I want to give Lucien the ability to sing on demand for you. That's something I'd like to add in a future update. So you can say sing for me under his do something options. And then he'll perform. Thanks for the bits, Shuckleberry! Thank you for being amazing. You're all amazing. Thank you, Yummy! You are very kind. Love the Squid Watcher. Yeah, I need to learn the Plane Melder's Nye. I've heard that one once, I think, and it was very pretty. But I don't really know it, because I don't listen to a lot of bards in Elder Scrolls Online. George the Squid! Greetings, George the Squid! Salutations to you. Squidlutations. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, I can say what I want, because yeah, it's my stream and you can't stop me. You're not my dad. Huh? Sorry, I don't know what came over me there. I need to play Enderal. I've heard such good things about it, but I've never played it. Bum, 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 bum. So we got through that batch. Oh, we needed to add those variants, didn't we? For Nords and for Dark Elves, which was sadly forgotten. And I'm so sorry for that, you Nord and Dark Elf players. That's okay, Nuna. I can live with things that aren't wholesome. I just keep the stream wholesome. Speaking of wholesome games, by the way, I've been talking about this in the Discord, but I'm just going to talk about it here because, again, you guys listen to me. You guys all need to check out not Elder Scrolls, Adventure Quest 3D. It's a retro MMO made by Artix Entertainment, who made Dragon Fable and the original Adventure Quest. I've been playing it over the last week, and it's amazing. Like, it's so stupid. It's got my sense of humour, basically, and I love it, and I thoroughly recommend it. I'd love to play it on stream, I just don't think there's much demand for it. But it is a really good, fun game that I thoroughly recommend. And yes, I should play more Stardew Valley. The trouble is, I only have so many days a week to stream. I only have so much time. We already do Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Don't know when I'm going to fit in Stardew Valley. I guess when we finish the superhero games we're playing at the moment, we could maybe change Saturday to Stardew Saturday for a bit. I don't know. But I've got to try and balance the different things. Could maybe do it for a multiplayer Monday. An intelligent, imperial, and enormous Nord. Does that work? It works written down. Will it make sense if I say it out loud? An intelligent imperial and enormous Nord. Nah, I think it's a bit weird. It's silly, but I don't think it quite fits. See you, Vickle. I don't know what that is, Shadow Force, I'm afraid. Good luck with your presentation. No, I'm gonna lose that line. We're gonna change it. Change it to something else. Exactly. Plus, what if they're a tiny Nord? That's true. We can't just assume Nords are going to be tall. Just because by default they are, doesn't mean that the player's Nord is going to be. It could be a small Nod. Nod. It doesn't need to alliterate. I like my alliteration, but it doesn't need to. It's fine. It could be anything, really. We can just do the same thing we did for Redguard. A heroic... Ah! Nord and their dashing young Imperial companion against the world. That's fine, that'll do. And the race here has to be Nord. Nord? Nord, Nord. I've said Nord too many times now. It stopped being a word. Nord, Nord. And Nord race a vampire? One or t'other. And I'm going to put random in there to remind me I need to record the dialogue, although we're going to do that literally in just a minute, so that shouldn't be too tricky. And we'll do a Dark Elf. See, dashing doesn't necessarily always apply for player characters. You know, they might not be dashing. Then again, they might not be heroic. It doesn't actually matter, does it? Because Lucien's just rolling with it. So yeah, we'll go with dashing. Let's go with dashing. Lucien could be just being silly about it. It could be an ironic dashing if they're not dashing. A dashing Dunmer. And an intellectual Imperial. And an intellectually impressive, we'll go for the triple alliteration. An intellectually impressive Imperial against the world. A daringly dashing Dunmer and an intellectually impressive Imperial against the world. Now that was a gling. What was the gling there? Oh, thank you so much, 2% rice milk. That's very kind of you. I can't read your whole message. How do I read your whole message? It's only showing me the first bit. But thank you for the donation. How do I read the rest of it? Feel free to post it in the chat again if you want. I'm relatively new to the stream, so have you considered... Oh, is that it? Is that the whole message? That might be why, if that's just the whole message there. Have you considered modding for other games? I thought that was about to run into another sentence, but no. Thank you so much for the donation. Skyrim is the only game I really know how to mod at the moment, but I have idly considered doing a Stardew Valley, a mini Lucien Stardew Valley thing. But I would want to get a lot more familiar with the game first, before I did anything like that. And then also, I've thought about doing Fallout, but the trouble, that would have to be Fallout 3, not Fallout 4, because Fallout 4 has a voiced player, and when the player has a voice, that means I can't write the dialogue I'd want to write. So I don't know about doing that. But I've considered those, but Skyrim is the one that really works at the moment, and I'm focusing in on Skyrim right now. But then we can always see where things go in the future, you know. I certainly don't rule out... I'd like to keep on with the character of Lucien at the moment, because he's the one that is doing well right now, you know. I wouldn't really want to be starting again. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be relying on a silent protagonist mod for anything. You know, I'd want... Because that would be massively limiting my audience right from the start, wouldn't it? Which we don't want to do. Yeah, or New Vegas. And the older Fallout games, basically, is what I mean, if I were to do that. But I've not played them, so I don't know. I don't know anything about them, you know. It would be a long way away, because I'd have to play them and get to know them before I could do any kind of follower for it. So yeah, it'll be whatever the most recent Fallout game is that has a non-voice companion. But again, I don't know what the audience is like for that. They might be really small. You know, I'm not going to spend my time modding for a new game if that's only going to be picked up by 1% of the people who would enjoy Lucien on Skyrim. You know, I want to kind of optimize how I'm spending my time so that most people get to enjoy what I've created. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I have considered doing other games for sure. And it's something I'm not against in principle. But probably, realistically, the next game I do a mod for will probably be The Elder Scrolls 6 when that comes out. We make quite the team, you know? A heroic Nord and their dashing young Imperial companion against the world. We make quite the team, you know? A daringly dashing Dunmer and an intellectually impressive Imperial against the world. I fumbled the intellectually impressive there. We'll try it one more time. We make quite the team, you know? A daringly dashing Dunmer and an intellectually impressive Imperial against the world. There we go. Happy with that. Oh no, to clarify, if I did Lucien in Fallout, well, if I did a mod for Fallout, that would be Lucien in Fallout. It would be the same character from Skyrim somehow finding his way into the Fallout universe. That's what I would be doing, because the Lucien character is doing very well at the moment and building a following, and it's something I want to continue with because that's what people are enjoying at the moment. You know, I'd rather not start fresh when I can still continue telling this story. And when people are bored of the story of Lucien, that's when I might start on something new, kind of, or I'll mix things up a bit. But generally, I'll be sticking with the Lucien character for the foreseeable future. Watcher doesn't want a song, just wants my best American accent. Yeehaw, y'all! My name is Lucien Flavius. I'm a scientist, philosopher, and something of a musician, though I suppose that'd be more of a hobby. I'm here in Texas on an expedition. Academic mainly, I find the province simply fascinating. The flora, the fauna, the ruins, both Dwemer and Nordic, the architecture, the politics. Trouble is, I'm really not much of a fighter. I know a few spells and I just about swing a sword, but beyond that, yup, I'm pretty useless in combat. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, he turned into Goofy halfway through, didn't he? Hey, Bobzilla, welcome to the stream. Glad you enjoyed. You're so welcome, Ace. Hey, Sacrilicious, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you. You just missed Texas Lucien, which is probably for the best. Against the world. Oh, Tiny Lucien's got my hand again. I'm delighted to hear it, Bard. Oh, dear. Right, so, without wanting to spoil anything, guys... No, I'm not going to say that, actually, because that is going to spoil things, so I'm not going to say it. But I do have a plan for how I would transfer Lucien from one game to another game if I wanted to. Right, Nord and Danma. Let's drag those over into the right folder. Yeah, okay, so I'll be honest. I can't do regional American accents. I can't do any American accent, many of you would argue. But please don't ask me for the accent of one state versus another state or whatever, unless it's just Texas. Well, maybe... Oh my god, you guys! Oh my god! That was so awesome! Lucien Flavius is just the best follower ever! Oh my god! You guys should totally subscribe to Joseph Russell's Twitch channel and his YouTube channel. And you should... Oh my god, you should download Lonely Worlds on Kindle. You totally should. It's like so good. It's like the best thing I've read all semester. What in tarnation? You guys need to download Lonely Worlds on Kindle. Yeah, it slipped back into Texas again, didn't it? No, I'm not doing that, Shadow Force. That's a little bit controversial. I tend to steer clear of political stuff here on this stream. And anywhere online, really. How about Canadian? No, I'm afraid I cannot do that one because I don't know what a Canadian accent sounds like. Sorry. Well, that sounds problematic, Blackbird. I mean, I can do French. Can always do French. We do French accents often on the stream, and you guys obviously love it and think it's an amazing accent. Definitely, clearly. None of you think it's terrible at all. Hello. Je m'appelle Lucien Flavius. Hello. Thank you for the follow, Nathan Petty. I appreciate the follow. It's very good. I love it when they do the follow on my stream. Où est la bibliothèque à La Rochelle? Où est? Sacrebleu! En grand bruit, oiseau! C'est ici! Allô? Anyway, there we go. That's that. That's our little adventure into accents. We're going to save now. Good opportunity to save. Should have saved before, really. Yami's outraged. Sorry, Yami. Oh, I think it's crashed. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Okay, that was a concerning moment. Anyway, this is all going very well. All going wonderfully, don't you think? Chatting absolute drivel here on the internet, but some of you seem to find it entertaining, and that's marvellous to hear. Right, we're done with the hello lines now. We've recorded all of these, so we're on to the idols. We might well get this all done before the end of the stream today, which is very good stuff. Right. Little Easter egg here. Now, of course, the trick here is to get the bomby bombs right. Baked potato changed my life. Baked potato showed me the way. Bomdy bomdy bom 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 bomdy bomby bomby dom dom dom. Rats! My phone went bling halfway through. We'll have to sing it again. That's so annoying. Right, let's try it again. Baked potato. No, hit the thing. Okay, one more time. Baked potato changed my life. Baked potato showed me the way. Bomdy bomdy bom 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 bomdy bomby domby dom dom dom. Lovely. Baked potato showed me the way. Bomby dumby bum 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 bumdy 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 dum dum dum. Which will of course play if Lucien has a baked potato in his inventory. Shout out to Watch's Yelling Cat from Yami Millennium. You guys are confused. Are you confused about the song or about... What are you confused about? Are you confused about why there's a baked potato song? Or are you confused about something else in the chat? Hydrate! Thank you. Very important. Ah, marvellous. I was going to say, I thought everyone had heard the baked potato song by now. But that's not news. I'd better close Discord, actually, because that'll be pinging in the background for you guys. Which will be very distracting. There's nothing... Okay, there are lots of things worse, but there are few things worse than watching someone else's stream while you have Discord open and they have Discord open, and then you're hearing their Discord pings and you think it's your Discord pinging and you have to open your Discord and you look and then there's not Discord because it was their Discord, not yours, and then you thought someone was trying to talk to you and they weren't, and then it's all awkward and embarrassing. You're like, oh, they weren't. Oh. And there you go. Hey, Turbo Tsunami, welcome to the stream. I like your name, Turbo Tsunami. It's like a tsunami, but it's not enough. Like, tsunami, but there's the tsunami clocked up to turbo. It's like a Sharknado. Like a tsunami, but like... Turbo Sharknado. Well, that'll give me nightmares. Sharknado. That's the international sort of council of Sharknadoes. They all assemble in Sharknado and they make decisions about Sharknado government, you know, where they're going to send the next Sharknado, who's going to control the film rights, etc. See ya, Shiva. You go walk that papa. Go walk him. Give him walkies. Who wants walkies? Is it you? Are you going to have walkies? Walkies with Shiva. Oh, yes. I don't know whether he can hear me or not, but there you go. Okay. Hey, what's the fastest cake in the world? Scone! Get it? Because it's gone? Oh, I cracked myself up. Love it. That was a good take. Happy with that. Do I remember the first line I ever recorded for Lucien? That would have been... Ooh, what would that have been? It would have been a very early one, obviously. One of the ones in his intro quest, probably. It might have been, excuse me, sir, I don't normally do this, but, have you got a moment to talk? I think that might have been the first line I ever recorded for him. No, the Lucien playthrough was way after. That was, Lucien playthrough was earlier this year. Lucien's been out for 2 years. Yeah, we'll do that. Scone joke, which none of you are laughing about in the chat, by the way, which is frankly outrageous. I require more appreciation than this. Because it's funny. It's a funny joke, and it doesn't work if you say scone. There we go. There's the ha-has. Excellent. That's more like it. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, too much now. Okay, what's going on there? What did I do? Oh, no, I didn't import the line, that's why. That's why. No one's getting £5 for laughing. Oh, posture check from Blackbird. Thank you, Blackbird. Har, har, har. Robert bum 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 bum. Robert bum 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 bum. If you want to know what's wrong from right, you must listen to what potatoes say. Oh, here we are. I forgot about these. I forgot you guys suggested these. Oh, who suggested this one? I can't remember. Someone did. Hello, Ragnar, my old friend. I've come to take your head again. I don't know. Anyway, I love that one. That one's very, very rare. Very unlikely to play in the games. You probably won't hear it. Ragnar. Sound of silence. ESO crash mid-fight. That's not what you want. Ace! Disaster! Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Into da 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 ba ba da ba ba da. Ba 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 da ba 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 ya da da. Until the sound of silence. We probably put maybe too many pop culture references in this update, but too late now. Always look on the bright side of life. Be-dum, 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 be-dum. I think you're supposed to whistle there. I can't. Never got the knack. Thank you so much for the bits, Vickle! Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Bottom, 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 bottom. What does the pop filter block out? I can show you. If you'll just let me rename that. I'll show you exactly the difference. So the pop filter filters out pops. And that's the end of the stream. No, okay. So the pop filter is the, oh, there you go. It's the plosives. So if I go like pa 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 pa, popping parrots ping, you can probably hear a little boof, like a boof sound on the puzz there. But if I put this in front, pa 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 pa, you should find that that boof is reduced. In theory, if the pop filter's doing its job properly. So that's the purpose of it, to get rid of those plosives. So normally it doesn't matter. And when I'm doing a normal stream, I don't bother having this here. Because I have a sponge cover on this already, which filters out some of the pops. And generally, I'm not looking directly at the microphone when I'm streaming. I'm sort of doing it like this, so it doesn't really matter too much, and it covers up too much of my face. However, when I'm recording audio for Lucien, I want it to sound as good and crisp as possible, so I pull out all the stops. So that's why I've got the pop filter here for that. But I prefer not to have it in my way. But it's definitely, if you're going to be recording dialogue for a mod yourself, or if you're thinking about it, you should definitely invest in a pop filter, because it just makes a world of difference with the quality. You know, quality sounds so much better if you get one. You know, it's the difference between sounding like a mod and sounding like you were part of the original game. Ha, sorry, watcher. Right, so Anadi, the quest where you teach Lucien to whistle, unfortunately can't be a thing because I voice Lucien and I can't whistle. I've been trying to learn and I still can't do it. And it's the worst thing. I've been watching YouTube videos that supposedly teach you how, and they say, oh, just do this, just put your tongue behind your teeth and go like that, and you go, and it whistle, and it just, it doesn't work. I don't know whether my mouth's the wrong shape. I had a massive overbite when I was younger, and I had braces for many years. Well, not many years, a couple of years. And I don't know whether that's resulted in me having a funny shaped mouth somehow that can't whistle, but I just can't do it. Oh, that was almost a whistle there. Kind of, I'm almost there with it sometimes, but... See, that's almost a whistle, isn't it? Thanks for the bits, Yami. But anyway, this isn't going to be a big Joseph tries to whistle stream. This is me recording dialogue for Lucien, so... I'm hoping one day I'll get there. Thanks for the follow, Nicholas P11111. 1111? Yeah, it is nearly there, isn't it? I'm certainly going to keep working on it. Trust me, if I figure out how to whistle, I will be doing it on stream all the time, and you guys will have me... I might start a stream spontaneously in the middle of the day just to tell you guys that I can whistle and show you. Like, really excitedly. That may happen if I ever get the knack. Oh, hang on, that's not comfortable. Stone in my shoe. Always the worst. Oh, I'm sorry, Vickle. Sorry, Vickle's dog. I didn't mean to freak you out. I'm so sorry. Stone shoe. Well, stone in shoe. It's not actually a stone shoe. Stone shoes probably wouldn't be very comfortable unless you're like an ogre or something and can cope with the weight. Lucien wouldn't want to wear stone shoes. That would be bad. Have I thought to add a cat pet to Lucien? I mean, people suggest it on a fairly regular basis, but he wouldn't have a cat with him in Skyrim. You know, he has a cat at home. He refers to it in one line of dialogue when he's talking about Inigo. Back in Cyrodiil, he has a cat, which you can headcanon as grey if you want. But you wouldn't bring a cat with you on an adventure to Skyrim, would you? You'd lose it. Sorry, Vickle's dog. It was me. I whistled. I'm here on the screen. It's me. Who's a good boy? You are! You're the good boy! Such a good boy. Slash girl. Good dog. Clever doggo. Yes, exactly. Bring a bone wolf. Because then it can fetch itself. It's so lovely to give, isn't it? Ow. Attacked by the table. Let's try it again. It's so lovely to give, isn't it? Nope. Attacked the other thing. Come on. Steady. It's so lovely to give, isn't it? Generosity is a reward in itself, I find. God, that sounds up himself, doesn't it? Oh, that line! Oh, that makes you want to punch him in the face with a chair. Maybe I shouldn't put that in there. That line plays when you have the gift of charity effect active. Yeah, that's true, it is. Hey, Avery, welcome to the stream. Going very well so far, thank you. Recording lots of dialogue, and people have been very generous with donations and subs and things, which I really appreciate. So yes, it's going very well. Always look on the bright side of life. Ah, here's the line that's been requested like a million times. Ooh, Detective Lucien, ooh, Detective Lucien, ooh, Detective Lucien, he's on the case. There we go. Little Easter egg for those of you who've seen the Lucien the Dragonborn series, which is on YouTube, by the way, because I'm sure not all of you have seen it. On my YouTube channel, there is a series called Lucien the Dragonborn, which is a 21 episode series it's season 1, season 2 coming at some point. But telling you, this is a Let's Play where I'm constantly role-playing as Lucien, showing you an alternate universe, what would have happened if Lucien had been the Dragonborn himself. Whole series is available to view on YouTube right now in 1440p. It'll show you how Lucien reacts to a whole bunch of things that he can't react to in the main mod. Like the Forgotten City questline, which is, I love the Forgotten City questline, and it's great to play through that. There's some the Saints and Seducers Creation Club thing, the Mind of Madness questline, a whole bunch of different stuff, and it's all in that YouTube series, so do check that out if you haven't done. As I say, it's on my YouTube channel, which I will drop you a link to. It's youtube.com/Joseph Russell. And you'll find the whole series and much more there. I'll just pop that in the chat. Self-plug, but there you go. Please do check that out. I'd love it if you did. Because I'm really trying to turn the YouTube channel into a thing. You know? As a way of supporting my work. Do I have plans to create a patch for Saints and Seducers? Yes, I do. It'll probably be the first thing we do after finishing version 1.6.0. Here's a Saints and Seducers patch. Hearing you struggle with the numbers after naming the final page to change your name. Oh, you've changed it. It is I, Nicholas, now, rather than Nicholas P1111111110101011010101111111 Joseph Russell.exe has crashed. Zip. Okay. Export. Orlando, Orlando, I love you, Orlando. Yeah, Saints and Seducers is great, isn't it? It's got a lot of original new content in there. I wish it had custom voice acting, but I appreciate they can't do that for the budget that the Creation Club has. It's just not feasible because of the localization. To record it in every different language that Skyrim's available in just wouldn't happen. But apart from that, apart from the lack of voice dialogue, I do think it's actually a really good little bit of DLC. So hopefully, by giving Lucien comments on it, that should address the issue of the lack of dialogue. By making Lucien talk about it. Is Creation Club classed as canon? Yes, in that it's more canon than mods, but Bethesda wouldn't be afraid to overwrite it if they needed to for something TES6. So you can assume, yes, it is basically canon, but they're not going to be held to it, you know, if they need to overwrite it for any reason. So it's canon for now. It's canon until it isn't. Basically. How can we do the commentary when the player dies? You mean how can you do that for your mod that you're working on yourself, for a follower mod? Is that what you mean? How do you make him comment when the player dies? Give me 1 second to record this line and I'll show you. It's a little bit complicated and involves scripting. My, that smells delicious. Da 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 dum dum do do dum do 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 ba ba da da ba ba da dum 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 da da dum bum 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 ba da 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 dum ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 ba. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hit OK there. Right. Let me just cut back to the camera for a sec while I find the bit, find the appropriate script, because I don't want to go digging through everything in front of you, because I don't want to spoil stuff for the future. And there are some spoilers hidden in here that I wouldn't want you guys to see. So, let's have a look. I think I put it under. Here we are. This is the one. And then it was under... Yeah, here we go. This is it. Right. Okay. Back to screen with camera so you guys can see. Right, so this is answering your question, Words Without Rules. So it was Words We asked it, wasn't it? No, different one. Walking Existential Dread, answering your question here. So what I've done is I've created a quest called JR Lucien Player Death, and within that I have an alias for the player called Player Alias that I've filled with the player's reference. And if you have a look in here, then you will find over here there's a script called JR Lucien Player Death script. And if I edit source, I can show you that. So what that has is it has event on dying. JR Lucien follower player death. Thanks so much for the follow, Jake BK24. Came here for Skyrim modding computer stuff, stay for random musical ramblings. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So this event will trigger. This is a vanilla event as part of the scripting framework that already exists. So it's event on dying. So that'll trigger when the player dies. And it says it starts a scene called JR Lucien follower player death, which is a scene. And it sets a stage of this quest to 5. So this quest has a set stage of 5. And the scene involving the player death starts. So those two things happen when the player dies thanks to this script. And if we have a look at the stages in here, you can see there's stage 5 that's been set. And that's just a little flag, making sure that only one death comment plays. So that should prevent it playing multiple times. And should prevent him from certain other things from happening as well at the same time when that flag is set. So that allows me to know Lucien has noticed the player has died when that's set to 5. But then if we look, therefore, under JR Lucien follower and we have a look under scenes, there's so many scenes in here, but if we go right the way down to here, this is the scene, JR Lucien follower player death. And what we've got here is the no, which is the standard line that plays for everyone. And then we've got alternative variants for all the custom names that Lucien has dialogue for. And there's over 100 of them now, and they're all in a random stack here. And each of them is conditioned based on making sure it's Lucien saying the line, making sure they're in the current follower faction, and making sure that the global variable which controls the custom names is set to the right ID for that particular name. So for Ingrid here, it's number 31. And that's how it works. So when the player dies, that script runs, which plays this scene, this one-line scene, that causes Lucien to say this one specific line on demand. And that is how you make an NPC say a line on demand. If you want an NPC to say a specific line at a specific point, triggered right now, say that line at this exact moment, you have to do it through a scene. That's how you do it. The alternative method is to put it in a line of idle dialogue, which would be checking if the player is dead as the condition. But the downside to that is idle dialogue only plays once every 23 seconds. So every 23 seconds, this goes round and looks for a new piece of idle dialogue. Whereas you only have about a 5-second window after the player dies before the game reloads. So the chances of that 23-second loop happening to fall within that 5-second window of you being dead are quite slim. Whereas I want Lucien to cry out every time that you die. So doing it with the script has a guaranteed way of that happening. Is this included in your mod tutorials? Not at the moment, but it will be in a future episode. But I will be carrying on with that series. So do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see the new installments of that. But I am currently focusing on Lucien version 1.6.0 because I want to get this out there as soon as possible. I'm hoping to have it released next month, at which point I'll go back to doing the tutorial series a bit more. But yeah, that's what I'm currently working on. Posture check, hydrate, very good. You are very welcome, Walking Existential Dread. I hope that all made sense to you. I'm very happy to answer questions like that on stream because that's exactly what these modding workshops are for. Right, what have we got here? More lines. We're probably not going to finish these today. I thought we might, but we won't. Although, bear with me a secondo. There you go, that's better. Did I miss a shout out? Ah, yes, shout out from Nuna to Ninja because I have seen the line art and it is amazing. From Nuna. There we go. Right, so cooking. I wish I could cook. No. Different pronunciation. I wish I could cook. I tried to boil potatoes once and set fire to my shoes. Not my finest hour. Thanks so much for the sub, Tiny Ligurio. Lovely. At least he didn't burn rice with water. I mean, that is easy to do, though. If you don't stir your rice and it sinks to the bottom of the pan, it's very easy to burn it. Oh, yeah, his culinary ineptitudes can. He's got to have some flaws. And Lucien has many. And one of them is cooking. But did he try to bake a potato? Well, did he? That is the mystery. Maybe that's what he wanted to see in the Elder Scroll. How to bake a potato. Or maybe that's what happened to Morrowind. The Red Year was in fact started when Lucien tried to bake a potato. How are my cooking skills? Practically useful. They're serviceable. I can cook. I don't actively really enjoy cooking, but I can cook. And I like eating. That's my main incentive to cook, is because I like eating food. And I like eating good food, so I try and cook well. But nothing massively fancy. I'm having stew tonight. In fact, this line is very much channeling me. Tell you what, let's share the responsibility. You do the cooking, I'll do the eating. Sound fair? Splendid. I'm going to try that one more time, actually. See if I can do a better take. Tell you what, let's share the responsibility. You do the cooking, I'll do the eating. Garbled the word. Try one more time. you what, let's share the responsibility. You do the cooking, I'll do the eating. Sound fair? Splendid. Yeah, happy with that one. That one's better than the previous one. Oh, I love cooking potatoes. Potatoes. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Oh, we skipped a thing there. We're on to number 4 now. We were on 2. Oh, maybe I'd moved instead of copying. La da la da 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 la da 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 ba da ba da ba 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 da. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Put it on the Ritz. Different types, you wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper. Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper, come let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their mitts. Put it on the Ritz. Right. Sweet rolls. Bake sweet rolls. Sweet rolls. What? No, I didn't say anything. Must have been the voice of destiny. Better obey. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you seem happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow. Right, need to plug in my laptop. Because it's about to run flat, and we can't have that. No, sir, we cannot. Oh. Lovely. Right. Let the man oh, we all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. I'd like to learn to bake. Mainly as a means to an end, I'll admit. As a means to end? What am I doing there? A means to an end. Right, let's try it again. I'd like to learn to bake. No, one more time. I'd like to learn to bake. Mainly as a means to an end, I'll admit. A tasty, delicious, sweet rolly end. Mmm. Which reminds me, there was a typo in those earlier lines about the different races, which I need to go back and fix because I forgot to at the time. And copy. And rename. Let's rename the heck out of it, Captain. We're here to take names and kick proverbial. And we're fresh out of the proverbial, so let's just do the names. Ba-ba-ba. Right, what was the line I forgot about? It was the, hello, hello from the other side. Here we are, a wood elf and an imperial. A Breton and an imperial. Uno imperial. An Altmer and an imperial. No. There you go. Lovely. Happy with that now. Let's do a save-a-rooney. See ya, Turbo Tsunami. It was lovely to meet you too. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. Watch out for those tsunamis. They can be turbo. Ah! No, stop it. I don't like how my pop filter does this. I'm gonna transform into a dragon. There we go. Right. Stay, or I'll destroy the world. Okay. Good. Yeah, no, there's lots of ways you can make your own pop filter, but the fact is they cost about £6 on Amazon. So, I don't know. Personally, I would say it's worth just order a pop filter. Just order one that someone's made for you. It's not worth the hassle of trying to make your own. I'm not sure about the engineering in those diagrams. Hope you've had a professional look them over. Does value mean better with pop filters, or are they all just the same? They're all basically the same. The main difference between pop filters is you can get ones like this that are 2 layers of material, or it's inside a circular ring, versus ones that are just a sort of wire mesh. I've had both, and I've never really noticed the difference between them. They're just 2 different styles. I feel like this should work better. It feels like a more sensible design. But any pop filter will be so much better than no pop filter. So just get whatever you can afford. But the fact is, if you're going to go and spend money on a microphone, your pop filter will be like 1% of that cost. If that. Well, okay, 5% of that cost, depending on how much you spend. I've heard. Yeah, I've never used a I've never used a Blue Yeti snowball myself, but I've heard not very good things about them. Generally, sorry, but when I've been, because I did a lot of research into microphones when I was choosing my setup, and I've heard a lot of very strong criticism of the Blue Yeti range. I mean, it'll certainly be a lot better than anything you could get off a webcam, for sure. But you may want to test it out yourself and play with it and see whether it'll make a good enough sound or not for your recording. It might be fine. It might be the reviewers I was watching were just making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't know. And I don't know what they say is wrong with it necessarily either. I've just heard of it referred to in critical terms. It'll certainly be so much better than a gaming headset, for sure. I mean, ultimately, a lot of the quality you get from any kind of microphone is lost when you import it into Skyrim. When it has all the internal game effects laid over the top of it. Along with the fact that you're exporting at 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz, you know, you do lose a lot of the difference. So it doesn't matter as much as it would in a sort of professional voice acting scenario. When I was younger, I always thought carpenters made carpets. Turns out, they don't. Who knew? Not me. Anyway, hope you make a nice chair or something. Do 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 da 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 da. Yeah, I think that's fine. Lovely stuff. Very good. Da 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 bum 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 bum. Wow 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 wow. Wow 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. This week's Me channel theme is brought to you by Owen Wilson. There you go. Generate. Random end, uncheck. Right, next line. I took a woodwork module at university. Shortly afterwards, a healer had to... one more time. I took a woodwork module at university. Shortly afterwards, a healer had to pull 2 nails out of my hand. These facts may or may not be related. We'll try one more time. I took a woodwork module at university. Shortly afterwards, a healer had to pull 2 nails out of my hand. These facts may or may not be related. I'm going to listen back to both of those and see if I'm happy with either. Yeah. Yeah, that was all over the news a couple of days ago. If you just give it a quick Google, Fistful of Sky, you'll see. NASA announced that they'd found water on the moon. Very exciting. But yeah, literally just stick it into Google and it'll come straight up. And yeah, you can't post links in the Twitch chat. Yeah, I like that take. We'll go with that. I mean, yeah, Bard. That's the question. What does he remind you of? What indeed? It's a mystery. One of the great mysteries of the mod. Maybe I'll reveal it one day. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Hammer, nail, nail, hammer, whack. Easy. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, Jacta! I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do, 'cause you were all yellow. But hey, you guys know, if they found alien water on the moon, you know what's next? Alien fish. And if they found alien fish, you know what will be after that? Alien chips. Want to try an alien chip? I'd be skeptical, although very curious. I'd try one, but cautiously. You don't know what they put in it. I've got some great ideas for potions you could make. Want to hear? Oh, of course you do. Idea 1. A potion that gives you an extra arm. Handy, right? Handy, you get it? Oh. Hours of fun. Hours of fun. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Yeah, da do 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 do. Rum pum 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 pum. Guys, settle down about the whole moon thing. Please. Thanks. Of course you can still talk about alien fish and chips. So long as you're nice about it and don't argue with each other. Okay, here's another idea. A potion that makes cheese. No, actually, that's it. It makes cheese. Yes? Yes. Let's do that. How soon into next month do you think 1.6.0 will be out? Towards the end. I'm hoping to get into beta testing probably about halfway through next month. And then I think end of next month would be the plan, really. I think. It might end up being December. Like, it's always hard to know how long these things are going to take. Is beta testing a PC players only process? Yeah, I have a small team of beta testers. And it has to be PC only. Because you can't privately provide Xbox files. You just have to release them to everyone. But no, I have a small team of dedicated beta testers who are wonderful on PC, and they take it for a spin for me, and that's usually how it works, because I never do public betas, because I want you guys as a public to experience the proper finished version of the update. You know, I don't want you guys to have janky, half-broken versions. I want it to be properly polished when you guys get to see it, so you have the best possible experience. Oh, that's annoying, Vickle. I've never had a joystick for a PC, or for any console, really. I don't know how much they normally cost. Moon chips, chips on the moon. Cheesy chips are amazing. Ah, and if it's on the moon, then they've already got loads of cheese there, haven't they? You know, because the moon's obviously made of cheese. So, like, if you had moon chips, you'd have a pre-sourced load of cheese. You could get your moon chips straight out of the moon water with the moon fish and dunk it straight in the moon cheese. And you're sorted. Yeah, you call them fries because you're crazy out there in the US. I mean chips as in fish and chips, innit? Fish and chips. Fish and chips. Chips. Where did the cheese on the moon come from? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I am actually a scientist, but I'm not a moon scientist. So, I don't know where these things come from. Yeah, who would have crisps and fish? Fish and crisps. I don't know about fish and crisps. That sounds a bit dodge to me. From the moon cows, yes. So the cow jumped over the moon, and that made the cheese on the moon. And that's how the fish chips on the moon can be cheesy fish chips. If you're just joining us, welcome to Astronomy with Joseph, where we're going through lots of real, true science facts about the moon. I'll have you know I'm a professional moonologist. So there you go. What's a cow's favourite celestial body? The moon. Get it? Get it? I just made that one up. Quite pleased with it. I'm glad you're enjoying the nonsense words. Oh dear. Yes, I'm doing an engineering degree, engineering science DPhil PhD here at university, which makes me a scientist. I do the science. Joseph, I know you're into prosthetics, but are you going for a medical PhD or the engineering side, purely engineering? I don't do the medical. Because medicine is a whole different kettle of fish. You have to be super duper duper qualified to do medicine. And I know people who do medicine, and I have tremendous respect for them. But I have never really gone down that route. I went down the robot science, make robot go whiz route. Zoom zoom, robot go beep. That's my degree. Right. How about this one? A potion that turns you into a happy cat. We could call it Feline Good. Does Spider-Man do prosthetics in the PS4 game? That's cool. I didn't know that. I have not got a PS4, so I've never got to play the Spider-Man game. But if there's anything that's almost tempted me to get one, it's the Spider-Man game. I can believe it. You laughed because it's funny, because I'm a comedy genius. Funniest jokes you have ever heard in the last hour on this stream that I said to do with cats. I can't change the laws of physics, Captain. Och, I don't know. Nuna did a lol. Delighted. Ah, no, not that one. That one. That's the one. Right, how long we got? 10 minutes left. See how many more of these we can blast out in 10 minutes. We're on this. We're on a roll, recording all the lines. Gonna be Inigo any minute now. Not gonna happen. Oh, right. How about a potion that makes you appreciate people's jokes? I've tried to make you laugh with 10 of these so far, but no pun intended. How do you do that? That works much better written down. How do you say it out loud to make it work? Let's just practice it. Got to get the delivery right. I thought that would be easier than it was. How about a potion that makes you appreciate people's jokes? I've tried to make you laugh with 10 of these so far, but no pun intended. But no pun intended, because what it means is no pun in 10 did. But it's also no pun intended. But if I just say no pun intended, that doesn't quite sound right. Oh, it's difficult, this comedy business. This is why I'm not a stand-up. Because I'm sitting down. Standing up's tiring. I've tried to make you laugh with 10 of these so far, but no pun intended. I think I have to do it with that pronunciation because no pun intended is a thing that you'll already recognise. So if I do it that way round, if I say it just the straight way of no pun intended, then that'll give you a chance of understanding the gag. I think. How about a potion that makes you appreciate people's jokes? I've tried to make you laugh with 10 of these so far, but no pun intended. I don't like it. I think I've caught myself in a catch-22 here, where this is one of those jokes that just doesn't work well out loud. I might have to cut it. It's annoying because it was funny in text, but... You think that was a good one? I'll do a poll. You guys vote. Keep it or cut it. Keep it, cut it, or, yeah, keep it, just keep it or cut it. Or keep it as is, we'll have for the first one. Cut it for, so do another take, or cut it. There you go, 3 options. You guys have got 1 minute to vote on it. Poll is running now. So it looks like Keep It As Is currently winning. But there's a strong vote for do another take as well. But if you guys want me to do another take, what do you want me to do for the other take? That's the thing. What do you want me to do differently? So the poll is in the Twitch chat. It should be just above you in the chat. Just at the top of the chat. It should say joke, keep it or cut it. You've got about 5 seconds to vote, so you've got to be quick. Wow, that's not helpful. We've got a pretty darn 50-50 split between keep it as is or do another. It's exactly 50-50 keep it as is or do another take. Well, that's really unhelpful. Yeah, at least I know you don't want me to cut it. That's true. But I might have to cut it. Nuna says, I've made 10 of these jokes trying to make you laugh, but no pun intended. What? Oh, so you mean inserting an extra clause? Yeah, rejigging it moves the word 10 a bit further back, so it's slightly less... Okay. Yeah, that works. I've made... Good shout, Nuna. I've made 10 of these jokes. But I've already said the word jokes just before. That's the thing. I can't say jokes twice. I can't say, how about a potion that makes you appreciate people's jokes? I've made 10 of these jokes. Okay, we can reword it, though. I've made 10 of these jokes so far. Nah, it just doesn't flow. I've made 10 of these jokes so far. I know, here we go. I've made 10 of these jokes so far in my quest to make you laugh. But no pun intended. And then I can say, how about a potion that gives you a better sense of humour? I've made 10 of these jokes so far in my quest to make you laugh, but no pun intended. Okay, here we go. How about a joke that... Oh, a joke? Not a joke. It's a potion. What are you doing, Joseph? What's wrong with you? How about a potion that gives you a better sense of... No, okay. How about a potion that gives you a better sense of humour? I've made 10 of these jokes so far in my quest to make you laugh, but no pun intended. One more try. How about a potion that gives you a better sense of humour? I've made 10 of these jokes so far in my quest to make you laugh, but no pun intended. I think that last one was the strongest one yet. Yeah, I like that one. I'm happy with that. I'm going with that. My stream, my rules. I think that's the take. Yeah. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it, team. We're exporting that file. We're going with it. It's the take. That's the one. Hopefully I can get someone in the world to crack a smile with that line. / want to kill me. One of the two. Whose joke was it? Was it yours, Czech? Thanks for the bits, Vickle. It sounds like a Czech joke. Was it yours? Or was it someone else's? Bard, it was yours. It's a great gag, Bard. Thank you, Bard. This is why you guys make wonderful suggestions. How about an appreciate that makes you potion jokes? Appreciate about how and jokes potions that makes you. Jokes and appreciate about how jokes potions you make that? Sounds like a cryptic crossword clue, doesn't it? Righto. Okay, guys, we're going to have to call it a day there because it's 8 o'clock and I need to go and start my dinner. And we've done 3 hours of good recording, I think. I'm happy with that. I think this has been quite productive. The next line was Nuna's. I once knew an... Was it not Nuna's? It was Czech's. You say it was yours, you think, Czech. The next line is, I once knew an alchemist who could levitate, but it wore off after a while. He really hit rock bottom then. Which is, whoever's that is, it's dire. But, is that yours, Czech? But anyway, we're going to park it there, I think, for the day. End of session. So I'm going to cut back to the big camera. Thanks so much for the follow to Curious. If anybody else is watching the stream and hasn't followed, please do consider clicking that little follow button. Makes me very happy. If you do that little heart button in the corner, makes a little gling noise, and that gives me the serotonin and the dopamine, all those happy little chemicals. So do follow the stream. Oh, Vickle, I completely missed. Are you still here, Vickle? I completely missed your donation a little while ago. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you. It's always annoying because it doesn't alert me to the donations, direct donations on the activity feed on the left. I only see it when I go back across onto the big PC thing at the end. So thank you so much. That's so kind of you. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back on Saturday for Superhero Saturday, although it's going to be Halloween on Saturday night. I don't know whether I can find something vaguely spoopy but still wholesome to do for it. We'll see. I'll let you know. There'll definitely be a stream of some kind on Saturday. Yeah. See you all on Saturday at 7 PM GMT. Convert that using Google if you want. Or catch up on the VOD or whatever. Oh, hey, Carol Dainsey. Welcome to the stream and also goodbye. Wear a spooky hat. Yeah, quite. Yeah, then I'll be back on Monday for Multiplayer Monday, back here for another modding workshop next Thursday, and so on. It goes round and round forever. But yeah, awesome. That's that then. Thank you all so much for watching. See you all again soon. Stay marvelous. Thanks for all your help today. Bye-bye.